you know the region pretty well. Let's talk about a little Sudan first. We've seen over the last day and today even there have been protests and people holding up placards shouting out that they've been inspired by Egypt as well. What's happening in Sudan?
Well, there were a series of protests, student-led protests, in the major cities, Madani, Al-Ubaid, Khartoum. 30, 40 people arrested, but that doesn't seem to be deterring people. They've already gone back on Facebook, which is where this protest originated, and they're calling for another day of protest on February the 3rd. And they say if Egypt can do it and Tunisia's done it, then we can't be the ones to let down the Arab street.
What are they looking for? What do they want? They've already voted some 99% in favor of this referendum that came to succeed and to separate from the north. So what exactly are these protests all about?
This is a separate issue. This is about the levels of corruption, the levels of inflation. At the beginning of this month, commodity prices rose by 50% overnight. But it is also, it is kind of related to the referendum in the south, because there's a sense of vulnerability that the government that has had such a chokehold on the country for the last 20-odd years, now it's looking a bit weak, it's looking a bit shaky.
It is amazing to see the ripple effect that these protests in Tunisia that started there and now in Egypt that are having regionally. Let's talk about Syria now. We just saw there in the Wall Street Journal that the president there has talked about perhaps in introducing reforms to his government. What do you think about that?
And he's, in addition to the reforms he's been talking about, he's also mentioned key subsidies, heating oil allowance, over 70%, really seeking to preempt. And that works for people who still have money left in their exchequers, which Syria definitely does compared to the rest of the Arab countries. When you're looking at Sudan and Yemen, how much money is there really to appease the street left?
I guess it begs the question, is it too little too late, because the momentum is there?
Well, I think it's very difficult for oppressive regimes to understand that there's a very fine line they need to walk. In Tunisia, really what pushed people over the edge were the deaths of protesters. So it's how do you keep your chokehold on your people while at the same time showing them that you're still in control?